Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, afternoon, good evening, depends on where you are. And welcome to Dating.tv, the world's first and only by donation video platform that is designed for Western men to meet beautiful Slavic women and win the hearts of Ukrainian women. Okay, guys, so let's see. Today's topic is why men have stopped approaching women. Okay, let's do this. Let's play the video and then we'll go from there.
Women are failing men. Ladies, the reason that no man is approaching you is because of you, not them. I did the dirty work and asked men why they were afraid to talk to you and got over 5,000 responses. And there was definitely a common theme. Let's read some. I would say fear of rejection and being humiliated in front of everyone. I am not worthy enough to talk to women. I just have nothing to offer them except boring, normal life. Rejection paralyzes me. Current culture feels like I will be perceived as a creep for talking to a girl I don't know. Mostly it's the fear of rejection, like I'm bothering them somehow. Rejection, maybe. Ending up on TikTok, if you get my drift. Worried about being judged for not meeting the woman's appearance standards. So to the ladies, do better. The environment that you've created for men is only leading to the singleness that you continue to complain about. And to the men, maybe knowing that these responses were a trend amongst 5,000 of you is a bit reassuring, if anything.
Well, what can I say? I guess social media has ruined relationships. Well, for the most part, anyway, if you ask me. I don't know, just again, I mentioned before, I watch a lot of videos on dating and stuff like that. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Steen K. Good morning, Santos. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Anyway, so back to the topic. I watched these videos, and again, this in the Western society, men are scared to approach women because women just freak out and they make a lot of these videos like going to the gym. Don't even want to go to the gym anymore because these women making videos, and then, oh, what a creep is looking at me, like guys just being labeled creeps or whatever the heck, just because they take a glance at the woman, at the gym or somewhere else, and right away, oh, he's a creep. It's like, what? I mean, whatever. And then these women also cry and whine about men don't want to approach them, but whenever they do approach them, they call the police. They go running away from them. Oh, some psycho is following me, or somebody tells her a compliment, and she's like, oh, don't talk to me, stuff like that. I see this in videos a lot. I mean, I haven't seen it in person. People, actually, yes, I have seen one time at the gym, this guy, really, I guess he liked the girl, and he came up to talk to her, and she just freaked out on him, and it's like, okay. I don't blame you guys. I don't even blame you for women. Just, if you just want to say, "Oh, hi, I find you good looking," oh, what a creep, right away. It's like, I mean, when I was growing up in Ukraine, and I know that this actually hasn't changed much, if not at all, because I talk to my brother on pretty much daily basis, and he tells me, right? So I remember back home in Ukraine, just walking down the street, and if the guy sees you and he thinks you're good looking, he will come up and say, "Hey, I find you very good looking. Would you like to go for a coffee?" And it was actually a normal thing to do. It was pretty normal. But I guess times are changing as well. There are a lot of creeps. And I mean, I don't blame women, because when I used to have social media, I would have creeps just DMing me every single day with like weird stuff, just like weird stuff. And um, so I, I don't blame the women in some ways. Again, it's just social media, it's internet, people misuse it these days. I usually just use it to do my podcast. Again, educate myself on, I don't know if it's, I mean, yeah, I guess I consider that educating myself on dating in the West. Like, I'm really not into like dating scene myself, right? But yeah, I hear a lot of negative from both sides, to be honest with you. So, and you know how this lady said in the video that men just well, they want to stop approaching women. But I mean, if you don't approach, if you don't um yeah, if you don't approach, how are you gonna know, right? So what's the worst she can do? Okay, she can freak out, right? Well, turn around, walk away, right? It's like, you know how I was just talking to my man about this topic last night, and he's like, he said, which is I think is true. Like you can read about how driving a car, you can read the manual and understand how this works, right? But unless you practice, you can't say, oh, I read the book on how driving a car, but without actual practice, you really don't know how to drive the car. So you need to practice. And I mean, okay, so what's the worst she can do? She says no. The worst she can do, she can freak out and say it in the worst way. No, okay, just turn around, walk away. What's the big deal? I don't be afraid to be rejected. Like, I mean, when you guys go and apply for a better job, like, are you scared to apply for the job because you might get rejected? No, because you're hoping you might get it, right? So apply that rule also in your personal life. Don't be scared. Like, okay, I know some Western women, and I'm sure there are some Ukrainian women too. Listen, I don't want to say that all Western women are bad. No, I told you this. I'm just saying that I base my opinions on what I see. Okay, so, and it's my own opinion. Like everybody's entitled to their own, and I know I have some trolls here coming here sometimes and just be like trolling me, but you know it doesn't matter to me. Like, you can go ahead and troll me all you want. You know, I'll still stick to what I say because I believe in what I say. Okay. But anyway, let's see what you guys. Let's see. Okay, Santos. Let's see, Santos. What you got to say? Self rejection. Assuming in advance they will not exactly right. How do you know? How do you know? And I know for a fact that back in the days, I've had guys confess to me that they had a crush on me years after they finally grew some balls to tell me, oh, I used to have a crush on me. And I'm like, well, I used to have a crush on you too. Why didn't you say anything? Oh, I thought you were going to reject me. And I'm like, well, no, I thought you weren't interested in me, but we both had a crush on each other. And then years passed by. Of course, it was, that crush has vanished, of course. But my point is that I wanted to date the guy back in the day. Yes, I wanted to date him, but he didn't have the balls to tell me that he liked me, and he acted like he was not interested. So I wanted to make the first move, but he was not showing any interest in me. Only 3 4 years later, he tells me that he has a crush on me. So how, like, if you don't shoot your shot, you will never know. And like I said, so what big deal if the woman rejects you? Move on. There are like 8 billion people in the world. Half of them, actually more than half, are women. So what? Stop being such, well, I'm not going to use profanity, but you know exactly what I wanted to say. Anywho, let's move on. Okay, so unhealed wounds from the past experiences. Yes, Santos, but it's like move on. I mean, the amount of nasty things that happened to me in my life, some people would probably be like, okay, let's end the life or whatever, or just be depressed. Again, happiness is a choice. Okay, if you want to be happy, you can be happy. Okay, you can find happiness in things that don't cost a thing, for example. Okay, so again, happiness is a choice, and anyway, yeah. So I mean, things happen in life, but yes, of course, you have to have some closure about your past bad experiences. Have some closure. Go see a therapist. Okay, um, but just move on. Like if you're gonna keep holding on to the past and, oh, this happened to me and that happened to me, you setting yourself up for a failure in the future. Okay, so what's past is the past. There's nothing you can do about it. You cannot change it. Okay, so just realize it, get it through your head that that it's done. Okay, it's freaking done. You can't go back unless you have a time machine, but I really doubt anybody has one. So let's just move on. And I keep telling you guys, the most important thing to a woman, I know, to Slavic women, is the confidence. If you don't have confidence, it doesn't matter how tall you are, how big of a member you have, if you have six pack or 12 pack, or how much money you have. If you don't have confidence, it's really, that's the killer. Confidence is number one. Okay, I'm not, again and again, being confident and being cocky, two different things. So don't think, if you're a 2, don't think you're a 10. There's no, no. If you're a 2, just admit you're a 2, realize it. There are things you can do. You can always hit the gym, you can always get a nice haircut, groom yourself. If you're too hairy, I don't know, do some laser hair removal or something. I don't know. There's always things to do, especially in the West. I mean, you can get the veneers these days. Like, there are so many other opportunities here, and, like, that you can improve yourself. Yeah, there are life coaches here. Like, back home in Ukraine, we don't have any of this. We don't have, I mean, therapy. I didn't even know what therapy was until I came here. So, guys, people, just use your resources to your advantage, okay? Because if you were living in some other country, like third world country, you wouldn't have any of this. So just be grateful what you have and just work with what you have. Anyway, okay, so okay, let's see. Unstable financial status. Okay, again, right? I agree with that. I'm not saying you have to be super rich to date, but if you don't have if you're not stable, and I'm not talking about financial, but mental stability is more important than financial. But if you're in your 40s, even like 30s, okay, 30s, 40s, 50s, of course, and if you don't have a steady job, if you don't really have anything concrete, then what woman would want to look at you as a potential mate for life, father of her children? Like, who would want that? Again, be realistic. Like, would you want, okay, I don't know. You Would you want an unstable woman that one day she's happy, the other day she's like crazy, whatever? No. So, what woman will want to be with a man that does not? You don't have to own a house, no, but you have to have at least, ambition to own one in the future, especially if you want to have a family, right? I mean, what woman that has at least a few brain cells working would want to marry someone who doesn't have a steady job, doesn't have a steady income, doesn't have any stability in life? Who would want that? Another crazy person? Okay. Anyway, let's see. I don't like cobras. With this, that's almost everyone these days. Um. Well, in the West, I honestly don't know, because I know some good women in the West as well. That are faithful, that cook and clean, and really good women. Again, background, not Canadians. But then again, the only true Canadians here are the natives, and in America as well. It's the First Nation. It's the rest of us. We're all descendants from somewhere else. Okay, so anyway, again, it's how people are raised. Okay, but again, the Western society is not helping. I mean, I watched this, even, like, I was watching Dr. Phil a little bit earlier. I'm not a fan. I don't watch the show, honestly. I don't. But I watch shorts on on YouTube, and yeah, just, I mean, this wokeness in here is insane. Okay, I mean, borderline insane. So, but anyway, let's see. Okay, Santos. Then let's go to number 4. Going through different types of problems, not in the mood for having a lady. Yes, what? Oh, shit. Shoot. What was that word? Crap. Talked about this. Just give me a second. Incels? I think so. Let me just double check. Come on, phone. Incel. It was incel, right? Um, Yes, I was right. INCEL. It's people that well, men mostly, that can get a date. They just basically gave up on dating, gave up on any social life, and they just want to play video games. And just because they've been rejected and stuff. But again, if you don't put any effort, any time to improve yourself, I mean, why would a person that has some things going for themselves, if they take care of themselves, like, okay, let's say a good looking lady, she goes to the gym, she has a decent job, they're not necessarily CEO or whatever, just decent job, and takes care of herself, she always looks good, why would she want to be with someone who's a slob, who doesn't who's out of shape, or like he doesn't have any ambition, he just doesn't care about his own self? Why would somebody want that person? Just explain this to me. Like, if you don't, like, if you, I keep telling people, the self love is the most important thing. The, I mean, in my life anyway. I mean, yes, of course, I love my man. He's my number one. But before anyone else, before my family, even before my mom, my everyone, is me, self love. Because if I'm not capable of loving myself, I won't be able to love anyone else. Because I mean, if you don't love yourself, why would anyone else love you? Make it make sense to me, please. Anyway, let's move on now. Okay. Difficult to find a lady if a man is anti. The what? Nihil? I don't know what that means. Santos, please elaborate. In nihil, anti-nihilist? I don't know, Santos. Can you please explain what that is so I can. Hello from. Okay, some ladies do it in a very hara way when rejecting men who approaches them. Again, hara. I don't know what that means. Hello, Kayam. Hello from. By the way, I'm from Canada. I'm from Ukraine. Born in Russia, raised in Ukraine, but I live in Canada. So I don't know what that means. Hi, Bill. Good morning, Jen. It's been over 100 degrees in Galilee. Oh, it's really hot here, but I don't know Fahrenheit. It's just such a stupid formula to find out the Fahrenheit. I have to always look it up, but it's gonna be plus 30, 233 today. It's pretty hot. Okay. Yes, Haraway. Yes, thank you, Kai. Okay, Santos. Oh, harsh. Okay, so then okay. Yes, harsh way. Okay. Is it okay for you if a lady approaches the man? To me, yeah, why not? I mean, nowadays, um, I mean, if the woman likes, I mean, I know for myself if I really like some, well, no, no, probably wouldn't approach them. I would let them know that I'm interested and smiling, something, playing with my hair. Well, of course, I have a man, so I'm not interested. But yes, if I was single, yeah, then I would let the guy know. But if he's clueless like that other guy was, yeah. Anyway, okay, let's see. No, no woman would want that, especially not Ukrainian. Uh, yes, like somebody. Okay, okay. I think it's okay. Hello, and you here to troll me? I'm bugging you. I like it when you. Okay, Santos. I don't think it's okay for women to approach me. Then I know that I am attracted to them. Do I think it's okay? Yes. Only man that doesn't bother to raise his standards or lack of self-esteem have problem approach him. Exactly my point. Yes, exactly, right? So I understand some women, some men are discouraged to approach, especially in the West. But like I mentioned before, if you don't approach, then just okay, be in cell. Yes, It's a funny word because it kind of resonates with imbecile. Okay, anyway. Mm, point is, if you don't try, then you'll never know. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, years later, you can find out that, yeah, she was into you as well, but you didn't have the balls to say, hey, I like you. Can we go on a date? Can we go see a movie or something? It's, and keep saying, work on yourself, guys. And goes to women as well. It's not like, all this in here in the West, it's like body positivity, blah blah blah, whatever, nonsense. Anyway, but oh, everybody should love me the way I am. No, 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 because obviously, like I see people here going to body positivity. I should just love myself the way I am. Yeah, well, if you're like 400 pounds and you 5'5", you can be positive about your body all you want, but this is unhealthy, and it's kind of being promoted here, and I just don't understand why this is okay. I mean, I don't know. I cannot comprehend this because this is not a healthy lifestyle, but whatever, you want to be obese, that's on you. Not my problem. Okay, you do what you gotta do in your life, but then don't whine and complain that the man don't want you, like, or women don't want you. Why would anybody want you? Like, what? You know, people have like very, I don't know, just kind of bizarre here in the West, if you ask me. Like dating pools here, yeah, weird. But anyway, to do. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, troller. Yeah, at the beach, and a beautiful woman asked me if I could put suntan lotion on them. Of course, I would be happy to do so. Yeah, I mean, if she wants you to, and if you are attracted to her, yeah, why not? I mean, that's kind of interaction. Why not? If she's got nobody else to put put the lotion on, but if she's with her man and asking you, yeah, probably not. Again, I'm just joking. Okay, let's see. And Jenna, have ever told off man when he was trying to flirt with you? Um, have I told them off? I haven't told them off. I told them I was not interested because I'm not rude. If a man approaches me in a nice way, just saying, "Hey, I find you good looking," hey, I'd say, "Hey, sorry, man, I'm not. I got a boyfriend, or I'm not interested." I don't go beating around the bush. This is why, at first when I started, Joe was like, "Oh my gosh, she's kind of brutally honest," but it is what it is. I don't sugarcoat stuff shit because I don't see the point. And a lot of people either love me or hate me because I tell them the truth, and the truth hurts. Okay, what people have told me the truth, and I know it hurts, especially if it's something that you don't like about yourself, and people tell you that, and all this, of course it hurts your feelings. Yes, I mean, I've been there before, but there's a saying in Russian, it's always here to it's always best to hear a bitter truth than a sweet lie. Because people lying is not that hard. Do I look fat? No, you look good, honey. But you know what? Everybody else thinks she's fat. So what? I mean, and I see spouses also lying to their spouses, like, oh yeah, when one lets themselves go, and they're like, okay, well, no, honey, you look good. Me, for example, if my man starts getting out of shape, I'll tell him, hey, okay, no more food, no more eating so much. Go back to the gym, because I love him, not because I want to make him feel in a bad way or anything. No, because I want the best for him. So I will tell him the truth. Hey, honey, you got a little patch going on, hit the gym. Okay, the same goes to me as well. And this is what I find weird in the West here. Everybody's so freaking sensitive. No matter what you say, somebody will always be offended. Honestly, I don't even watch my videos on YouTube. I don't. Once I'm done the podcast, I'm done. Like I don't even care what people say, comments, because there's always going to be someone who's going to be whining and complaining is about the things I said, But the way I look at it, if the shoe fits, lace up, okay? Period. Like people just why can't like I said, self love, self care is number one. So if once you start loving yourself, once you start realizing that unless you make yourself happy, nobody can make you happy. And I keep telling that to women and men both. Don't go in a relationship, don't start a relationship hoping that the person is going to make you happy. Okay? That's not how it works. Okay? You go in the relationship already happy and want to join the union together and make each other happy. Don't go in the relationship waiting, oh, okay, well, I want him to, okay, let's say me being a woman. I don't want a man to come into my life and, start taking care of my bills and, doing everything for me to make my life comfortable and easy and make me happy while I'm unhappy with myself, whatever issues if I had, like, oh, I'm fat. Okay, well, honey, do I look fat? And God forbid he says something and then I freak out. Okay, so you have to find inner peace. You have to find self-love, okay? You have to start working on yourself, okay? And stop worrying about what others say about you or like who gives a crap. Honestly, why do people really care what others think of them? Like why? I don't understand this. Why I gave up on that a long time ago and I'm happy because no matter what anybody says, the only ones that I care what they say is the ones that I love and love me for me. So if they give me a little bit of criticism, which they do, okay, daily basis, okay, nothing huge because I'm pretty perfect. I'm joking. I'm far from it. Okay, I'm just being funny. Okay, but the fact is that that yes, my man tells me if I'm wrong, if I'm doing something wrong, he will check me. He will check me right there and then, and that's exactly what I expect of him. I don't want him to like walk around me on tiptoeing and stuff. No, this is what love is. When if he's doing something wrong, you better believe it. I will tell him right there and then, honey, no, this is not the right way to go about it. Let's talk about this. Communication is the key. Okay. Anyway, I need to sip on my coffee. I'm just talking too fast. Whew. Okay. Anyway, and yes, like I said, I have told guys in a nice way, yes, I'm not interested because I'm a nice person. I don't need to be rude, uh rejecting anyone. Rejection is already kind of feels bad, so why would I be rude about it? I just always like, I mean, guys, yes, I had a guy not long ago on the C train. I was going somewhere and he was flirting with me and I told him, hey buddy, I'm not interested. I got a man, thank you very much. And he still gave me compliments. He was very appreciative that I told him nicely that I'm not interested, and that's it. We went our separate ways. Okay. What did Bill only lotion, not sexy oil? Well, depends. Honestly, don't experiment with oils in the sun. You might freaking burn if you put it wrong oil. Okay. Okay, Zenya. Why women with boyfriends like to tell men that attempt to flirt her that she says she has a boyfriend? Why not see how far he will flirt? I don't. Well, what's the point? Like, why would I want to lead somebody on? If it's that's just mean. Like, why would I want to lead somebody on knowing that I'm not interested in that person? Again, that's me. But I know a lot of women have a boyfriend and still have their social media and still getting bombarded with DMs and stuff. And I understand why men don't want to approach these women because most women these days, not only that they will get rejected, but they also know that they have this Instagram, TikTok, or whatever the heck these social medias nowadays. Um, they know that so many guys on daily basis just sending them DMs. When I had my Instagram, that I had guys, like every single day I would have like freaking tens of, sometimes even 100 guys, like just, you know, sending me messages. Oh, hello, queen, blah blah blah, whatever. It's just stupid stuff. Anyway, so yeah, and then these women also think, well, you know what, this guy doesn't work out. People nowadays don't put any effort in relationships. It's like, okay, well, he does something wrong, I can just leave. There's another guy is waiting for to take me out and stuff like this. And I know this is very messed up, if you ask me, because because I even look at these women, they're not even not can't even they're not even a five on the scale of them. They're barely a three, with bunch of makeup on, maybe a five with makeup on and stuff. And they think that all this and that is because of these of simps, okay? And like I said, if somebody gets offended, oh well, too bad, so sad. But that's how it is, If men, like, okay, so these, what is this? OF, OnlyFans. They have all these men, Of course, and guys pay them, just to look at the naked butt, look at whatever the heck they do on those. So of course they're getting money, they're getting all this attention from all these guys that are, well, let's say, okay, anyway, so they're getting all this attention, so it's easy for them. Oh, well, doesn't work out with you, next, 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 until they hit in their 30s, 40s, and then they're like, oh shit, okay, nobody wants me now. Now I want to be this traditional woman and this and that. Now I want to put my career aside, I want to cater to my man. Yeah, kind of too late now. So yeah, so social media, I, like I said, I don't have any. I'm done with it. I didn't even like it back in the day. Like I had it for my food, but even now, just cook for my man. I really don't care if people see my food or not. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Hold on a second. Self-esteem. Okay. No, I read that one. Did it for. Okay, one sec. Oh yeah, that I already seen this. Okay. Don't. Okay. Let's see. Okay. If men don't respect her and still bother, she takes out and the pepper spray. I do have a pepper spray. And now I had to use never had to use this. So what is wrong with people who want to criticize? Criticism help us grow. Exactly. That's exactly what I say. And constructive criticism, okay? Not just criticism, because some people are just so bitter with their own selves that they will criticize anyone who is doing better than them. So I don't take that criticism. I don't pay attention to that. I honestly, I like constructive criticism. I always ask my man to even just talk about my podcast when I'm say something and he's like, well, this was mean, or you shouldn't say that, and I listen to him. That's fine, because exactly, and we as uh, me as a person, I grow knowing, because in my head, okay, well, not that's not true. In my head, I could be just thinking, oh well, I'm perfect, well, look at me, I love myself, this, that, right? But that's not the reality, okay? And then I see these women on podcasts saying like, well, I'm 10, I feel like a 10. Well, sure, you can feel like a 10, but are you a freaking 10? Because it's not what you think, who you think you are. You, in my head, well, I don't think I'm a 10. No, I don't really think about me in those terms, whatever, 10, not 10, because beauty and perfection are, those two things are in the eyes of the beholder. So to some, I could be perfect. To some, I could be the opposite of perfect. What's the opposite of perfect? Anyway, if somebody knows what's the opposite of perfect, I cannot think of it. Right in the comments. So anyway, okay, let's see. Hi Pat. Hi Pat. Happy Saturday. Okay. Chili spray as well. You're funny. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, so Zhenya, what do you of dating tours in terms of efficiency to find second? I don't understand. What do you of dating tours? I am not sure. I don't know what do you mean, Santos? Please write. Okay. Okay, I've been led on for a while. Flirting, it hurts. It's hurtful in a way. Bought a chick off several times. Quite a bit. Okay, and then rejected after I asked her out. Well, maybe you should just ask her out before you buy her anything. I mean, if you just bought her one coffee, that's fine. Coffees. I mean, depends on where you bought it. I mean, you can probably get one if you go to Russia or Ukraine. If you don't know your ways around, you might get charged $50 for a cup of coffee. But anyway, Santa, do the same results as a single lens. 90% of women, men don't go to that. You know what? It's the funny thing else. I watched this video, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. So it was like this speed dating or like dating event or some stuff somewhere in America was happening, and not one man showed up. Women showed up, so many women showed up, not even one man showed up. And that just speaks volumes. It's like Western men are so tired of this, being mistreated. They don't even want to go. They just like, I know, they just given up basically because of, listen, again, I'm not trying to bash Western women. No, I'm not. A lot of them are very nice. I know plenty good women. They're very traditional as well. They're feminine and submissive. But a lot of these modern women in US, they're masculine, and they want to prove to the man that they're equal, which we're not equal to men. No matter how you say it, I don't care who says it. I don't care because I know we are not equal. No, we're not. No, just period. That's just not happening. Okay, and so and yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Let's see, Zhenya, I forgot when someone trolling someone, it also helps us grow. Exactly, right? I'm always waiting for you, and I'm always waiting for you to be here and troll me. I like it. Okay. The rejection was she had a boyfriend. Okay, well, see, that was kind of low of her. I would not accept a coffee from a guy. I would tell that this is why when guys ask me, I tell them, hey, no, I'm taken. Okay. I don't have to explain my situation to anyone. I just say I'm not interested. I'm taken. That's the end of the conversation. I don't see the point of me to have male friends. Don't see, no, I don't have male friends anymore. What I used to before, but now I don't. No, I don't have male friends. I don't have social media because I don't need attention from anyone else. I already have attention from the person that the only person I want that kind of attention from. So yes, I'm off market, and I'm straight up about it. I don't beat around the bush. So yes, I tell guys when if they try to ask me about it, to be honest with you, I really don't go anywhere other than work and home. So gym and stuff. And that's pretty much it. So I don't even get really many opportunities to interact with men. But yeah, but when guys ask me, I tell them straight up, I'm not interested. Don't take serious when someone rejects you. It better the person reject you than go into relation and find out you're not compatible at the later stage. Exactly. Why people always so scared to? So what? So what? Somebody tells you no. Big freaking deal. And and what? What are you going to die if you hear no? No. No, you're not gonna die. You're gonna why might your feelings might get hurt a little bit, but you're a grown man. you know, suck it up, buttercup. Like, I mean, what about the men that go and fight, in wars, come back with no limbs? If they can move on from being blown up and losing limbs, why can't you move on from somebody tells you, oh, and I'm not interested in dating you? See, this is my point. Like in the West, women have become very masculine and men became, I don't want to say feminine because they're not really, well, some of them are too feminine for my liking, if you get my drift. But it's just men have been emasculated in the West. So now they're like, when it was usually for a woman, they would be fearing rejection. Now it's the men that fear rejection. I don't know whatever happened. Like, I mean, back in the day in Ukraine, I told you it's a common thing. Like, I remember me and my girlfriends walking down the street, and a couple of guys be like seeing us, and they're driving by, they see how beautiful we are. They would pull over, get out of the car, and just walk over to us. Hey, girls, we saw you. You look so beautiful. Well, there's a coffee shop right there. Would you like to go for a coffee? That's fine, because they would tell us straight up. See, the thing about Eastern European men, they're straight up. They will tell you straight up, yes, I think you're good looking. If you're getting out of shape, the husband will tell you, hey, honey, you know what? What's happening? You, yeah, time to hit the gym. And I know that, yes, of course, it's not going to be easy to hear, but like Anne said, it should put you in a state of mind where you want to improve yourself and not go crying in the corner. Oh, he called me fat. Oh, boo hoo. Get just put down the spoon and the fork and pick up some weights. Okay, as simple as that. So and people just too sensitive here, like too sensitive. Like, come on. Of course, women don't want men that just simp over, some girl on the internet, and giving her money to look at her pictures. Like, what woman that has self-respect, that takes care of herself, has her shit together, and she's feminine, she wants masculine. Now, why would she want to be with that guy? Why? I know I wouldn't want to be with the simp. Like, no. Beta is not for me, but not even alpha. I don't like alpha. I don't like cocky guys, so I like sigma. But besides that, like, man, I keep telling you, you have to have, like, grow some balls, you guys. Like, what? So what if the woman says, no, I'm not interested? Okay, move on. Like I said, there are more women in the world than men. And once you realize that you have an upper hand, guys, and start acting like it, then you can put those women back in their place. It's not that hard. Like, stop simping over them. Be man, like gain some confidence. I don't know, go to life coaching. If you're really so down on yourself, like, you have to understand, you have to look at yourself in the mirror, really have an honest conversation with yourself. Look at yourself. Okay, if you got some extra weight, be honest with yourself. Start going to the gym. Go on some diet. Okay, start working out a little bit. You don't have to get the gym every single day and spend hours in it. No, technically, you just need about a half an hour of walking to start losing weight. That's all you need, half an hour a day. Start with 10 minutes a day, okay? And slowly, but good things take time, okay? You can't just, what? Okay, so I mean, okay, so let's, yeah, when women, they don't want to go to the gym, so they want to do the shortcuts, get fake ass and all this stuff. In the end, it looks ridiculous, right? So when you're trying to cut a corner here, cut a corner there, it in the end it shows, okay? It shows in the end. It doesn't matter if you put too much fake stuff in you. Eventually it'll catch up with you. So just do things. I know the hard way. Nobody wants to really work hard. Everybody wants everything to be served on the silver platter, like women in the West want to just roll up on the guy who has everything going, that has a career, a car, house, millions, and are making six figures and all this kind of stuff. That's what they want. They just want to come where everything is so ready for them, and that's not how life is. Okay, so, but I know Ukrainian women, they're they're willing to work with the guy. They don't want to just come and have everything ready for them. That's fine. We can struggle together as long as we win together. Okay, so that's the difference between the Western women and the Eastern European women that we understand, because we come from different upbringings. Okay, everybody's equally poor. Okay, yes, there are some rich people, not many. But most people in the Eastern Europe, they're not rich. No, they're just living one day at a time, right? So we know the struggles, okay? And most couples back home in Ukraine, I know they get together when they're young, and they work together through, and they build together, okay? But here in the West, this is just so weird. Women want the guy to have everything ready for them, while they're running around having two, three baby daddies. And, it's like, well, now I know my worth. Now that I already have three kids with three other guys, but now I know what my worth is at this point. So, yes, I need him to do the six sixes or some kind of crap. Whatever. It's just nonsense if you ask me. So I do understand how Western men feel, but at the same time, um, you let it happen. Wasn't me. Wasn't Ukrainian women that let this get out of way, get out of get out of hand. You keep simping over women that on the internet, these OnlyFans and stuff like this. Keep giving them money, and then you want women to have self-respect and not do these things and be a good traditional wife. Well, I mean, you guys, I mean, what can I say? It's again social media, and it's just you guys creating your own reality. I mean, who is there to blame other than, well, I don't know. I guess your society, but anyway, let's see. Don't. Yes, okay, let's see. Zhenya. Okay, let's see what you got to say. Zhenya, what is the best rejection, words, or action you ever did? Example, you said, to the that guy, you're not fit for me. Well, no, I haven't rejected anyone that way. I've always been very diplomatic about rejections, because I know sometimes it can hurt really deep. But no, I just usually say I'm not interested. And I've had guys that are like super persistent and disrespectful towards me, because I already told them I'm not interested, dude. Like, just leave me alone. And they'd still be like, oh, just give me a chance. And then just being kind of passive aggressive and stuff. Then I just tell them straight up, no, dude, you're ugly, okay? Like, you're not on my level intellectually, not physically, not emotionally. Like, you just, yeah. I tell them the truth, and then the truth hurts, right? But then again, I keep telling guys, be honest with yourself. If you're a 3, I do not suggest you approach a 10 or a 9, okay? Just don't. It I had this discussion with my man, I had this discussion with my best friend, and if you are like a 2 or a 3, you have no business talking to someone who's at like an 8, 9, 10. Period. Okay? You just have no business, okay? It's true. It's a bitter truth, but it is the truth. And be be upset about it or whatever it is. I really don't care, but it's the truth. You have no business approaching someone who is way on a different level and way up. Okay, work on yourself. I'm not saying don't approach 10 or an 8, ever. But once you improve yourself, then yes, then you can go. But again, there's a difference between being confident and being cocky. Okay, I've seen some guys that are really good looking, and they have a nice body, but they don't have much up here, and then they're being cocky. Okay, about what they have. Oh, you have I have the money, you have this. Who cares about that? Like, I mean, to me personally, like, money to me, it's just material stuff. Okay, because like I said before, you can have it all. You can have millions, you can make a one bad one or a bunch of bad investments, and you can be broke and homeless. I've seen that happen to people before, where they had millions, they thought they were on top of the world, made bad investment, met the wrong woman, became homeless. Okay, so don't think that money is an asset. Money is always an asset, yes, but it doesn't define on who you really are. Okay, because for me, and I know most Ukrainian women, we don't care about your money. We want to love you for who you really are, because and not your looks. Again, when you get old, being a man, your balls will hit your knees. Being a woman, your tits will hit your belly. It's like you looks go away. Okay, everybody gets old and looks vanish. Good looks vanish. And sometimes it's even faster than you think. One bad car accident or some kind of accident, fire accident. I was in an accident. Okay, I burnt. I'm glad my face didn't burn, so I don't have scarring on my face, but I burned 33% of my body. Okay, and if I had a shitty personality and I just was relying on my looks, then nobody would want to be in my life at this point, right? So, to us Ukrainian women, it's important that you are stable mentally, okay, that you are a good person. Yes, and it's okay if you're a little bit out of shape. We can hit the gym together. That's what Ukrainian women do. We will cook healthy food from scratch. We don't like processed foods. Okay, that's one thing I will not eat, this processed foods. Okay, period. No, I care about what I put in my body. My body is my temple, and that's it. So anyway, let's see what else. Okay, what else? Okay, let's see. And okay, Zhenya, from your opinion, how many men use rejection as motivator and opportunity to grow? Honestly, Anne, I would not know. I would know. I know. Okay, again, Eastern European men. If you tell them, yeah, if you reject them, they will most likely learn from that and try to improve. Western men, on the other hand, they well, the ones that I have met, that I know that have been rejected, they kind of go back into their shell, and they want to hide, and they think they're not worthy and all this kind of stuff, and they just kind of like, yeah, give up. They give up. Because they've been rejected so many times. But again, you guys, go on our website and do the what was that crap, the sexual value. um do it. You'll see that Eastern European women look at Western men completely different than the Western women look at you guys. Okay, first of all, we find Western men better looking than Eastern European guys. I know myself. I keep saying it, and I'll say it again and again. I do not find Eastern European men good looking. Okay, some maybe some of them okay looking, yes, but in general, me personally, I'm not attracted to them. I'm doing no. It's a hard no for me. Okay, period. No, hell no. So again, you guys try it out. Just join. You have what, um, a month free. Guys, check it out. No, here, register, you guys. You can video date for a month, for free. Try your luck. I mean, instead of going on dates, and like every single time you guys go on date here, right? So how much does it even cost to go on a date? these days. Just okay, let's say okay, I know that Western women want you guys to take them to five-star restaurant, this, that. I think it's ridiculous. So what how tell me in the comments, what do you think, like what how much do you usually spend on a date with a woman? Like what's the budget? Zhenya, when we watch you, we are only viewers, not only thank you, man. Thank you. You can be my fans too. Oh, you guys, that's so funny. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I wish that you guys, when you guys get rejected, just you learn from the rejection and just move on. Don't beat yourself up. So what? Like okay, so again, there's a saying in Russian for every. Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to translate it so it makes more sense. Because sometimes translating from Russian to English, if you translate it word by word, it makes no sense. Um, so for every product there is. Wait. Okay, so for every product there's the consumer. So no matter what it is, there's always going to be a consumer. Like I said, one okay, one one person's trash, the other person's treasure, and it's true. Okay, even with my man, his ex never treated him good. She didn't think he was good enough. She always bitched about everything. She showed him no love. She didn't think, I don't know what was going through her mind, but to me, I treat him completely different because I love him and I see what a awesome person he is, how amazing he is, and I will always love him. My love is unconditional. Even if, well, it's that, even if we don't work out, I'll still care for him and love him, but that's never going to happen. So, anyway, my point is that without you loving yourself, like I said, you can have everything. If you don't have that confidence, if you don't love yourself, like why would you expect someone else to love you if you don't love yourself? Explain that to me. I just want to know because if you don't even love yourself and you live in that body, in that mind, in that head, in that soul as you, if you don't love yourself, why would anyone love you? Doesn't it make sense? So all I'm saying is you guys you just improve yourself. It's not that hard. You don't have to go to the gym to be fit. Little walk, 30-minute walk a day. Spend half an hour reading something interesting, not just scrolling on the social media. Read something interesting. Ukrainian women, we're intellectual creatures. We like to educate ourselves. We like to read. We love poetry. So for you guys to impress us with something smart. You have to say, like maybe some stoic sayings, quotes. I know some poetry, something interesting. Like I don't know, talk about some nutrition. Ukrainian women really into nutrition. We love to cook. We like to take care of our bodies and our health overall. So these are the topics that interest us compared to the Western women. They're more concerned about how much you're making, what kind of car you drive, this kind of stuff. We're not really interested in those things. Well, not at least not at first. Yes, of course, if we start getting serious, yeah, of course we want to know that you have a stable job, that you have some stability in your life, and like I said, once we become a union, a couple, we can work on those things together, and I've said that before and I'll say it again. For a man, uh, for anyone, the most important decision in your life is to pick the right partner in life. Because job you can always change. I mean, yeah, you can change partners, but it's a completely different investment once you really invest feelings, emotions, your soul, your everything into a person, and then just to find out that the person is a piece of garbage, and just it could destroy you. So I keep saying that just really, I me personally, after my last relationship, I thought, you know what, I'm just done. I'm done. And I decided that, you know what, I'd rather be alone than being mistreated. Because is it really worth it for you to be with someone, what, just to, so you can maybe have sex once a month, or maybe once every couple of months, or who knows how, I don't know how that works, but I know that a lot of women withhold sex after they get married or whatever it is that, which I find it bizarre. But yeah, so it's, I'd rather be alone than be with someone who doesn't make me happy. Not just doesn't make me happy. And again, happiness, it comes from within. So, but if I don't want to be with someone who makes me miserable. I don't want negative energy. People don't understand that energy is very important. It's all about energy in this world, vibrations and energy. And if I sense some weird energy coming towards me, that's it. It's cut off. Cut off. And people, you should do the same. Don't let bitter or just low vibration people in your life, because they will mess with your psyche. They will mess with your energy vibration. And if you allow these people in your life, it's on you. You have nobody to blame but yourself. So learn to love yourself and understand that, this person is not right for me. I don't care how good looking she is or how great the sex is or whatever it is. She's no good for me. Leave her, or leave him, whomever you'd like. Leave. Can't stress this enough that it's best, like, you have to care about yourself, and you have to preserve your energy, because sharing your energy with others and with wrong people, and if you allow their bad energy in your life, it will ruin you. Like, it's people think, like, I know quite a few men. They have money, they're older gentlemen, they have lots of money, and yeah, so they date younger women, good looking women. But really, in the end, like, yeah, I used to talk to one, and then he keeps doing the same thing, because he always wants a younger, good looking woman. So he's chasing these women. They use him for his money and then leave him. Once they use him for whatever he's got, they suck him dry. Well, maybe not completely dry, but whatever they can get out of him, they do, and then they leave him, and they leave him, and then move on with someone young, their own age. That's it. And I keep telling him, I'm like, why do you do this? Well, I want a beautiful woman. I'm like, well, these are the consequences of you wanting, when you're in your late 60s, and you want someone who's in the 20s, young and beautiful, and you're not even a good looking 60, mid 60-year-old. Like, what do you really expect her to do? Like, do you, like, I keep telling people, like, I know age is just a number, but come on, let's be realistic. When it's like a huge gap in age, how can you really possibly think, if you're in your late 60s and she is in her 20s, how can you possibly think that she is in love with you for who you are? Please. Because what can you possibly even have in common? Like, what is it? Unless you're 65, but you still haven't developed up here, and you're still acting like you're in your 20s, but you still look like you're 65. Like, I mean, what? Listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit, and I keep saying that to you guys. So if however you want to take it, take it. But be realistic. And I know some guys here, they want, like, they want like 20, 25 year different younger woman. It can happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Yes, it happens, but that rarely happens, okay? Rarely happens. So just be realistic. Anyway, let me see what else. Okay. Oh shit. I'm running out of time too. It's been an hour, but I want to answer a few more comments here before I leave. How long time should be spent before making the potential partner is the right one for us, assuming they meet 2 times per week, spending about 4 6 hours? Well, I mean, in person, I don't know. Like you have to communicate on daily basis. Okay, seeing each other for 6 hours. I mean, in the beginning, yes, but I mean, eventually, if you want to have start a relationship, you have to communicate on a daily basis, no matter what it is. I mean, okay, I don't know. Me personally, if I didn't talk to my man for a day, I would freak out unless he was out of reach and I knew his phone wasn't working, but I would freak out because communication is the key. Like you have to communicate. Before in my previous relationship, there was really no communication. It was always screaming and just like chaos. Okay, so we never really worked out our differences. It was constant battle. Okay, he says something, I get upset. Instead of talking it out, instead of having a adult conversation, it would be just blowing up in each other's faces, which didn't take us anywhere. Just freaking just waste of time and energy and feelings and everything. 15 years of my life, poof, gone. But if you do want a good relationship, then you have to communicate. And no matter what, maybe sometimes if you're having a fight and in the heat of the moment, I know personally myself that when I'm mad, I want to calm down. I can't talk about the issue right away. I need to step back. I need to breathe. I need to go maybe for a walk, bike ride, preferably swimming. That thing calms me down. I go do my 40 laps, my 2 kilometers, and I'm completely calm and collected. So, but you have to communicate on daily basis. If you don't communicate on daily basis, it's not really a relationship. I mean, once you get married, like if what you want in life, if your goal is to be married, then think about it as marriage already, just training for marriage. And once you live with the person, you see them every day, right? So you can't escape them. So you do need to communicate with them on daily basis. So make it a habit. And if you guys don't communicate every day, then I just don't see how are you guys even serious about each other. Even I mean, even if you live in, like, she lives in Ukraine, you live in America. Yes, difference. I understand. From here, where I'm in Canada, in mountain time, it's 9 years. 9 years. Oh my god, 9 hours difference. But but you can still communicate. You can still find a few minutes here and there. Maybe not talk on the phone, but you can still text. You know, uh, maybe not talking on the phone right away, but communication is the key. So if you don't talk on daily basis, I mean, in the beginning of the relationship, I understand. But once you establish, okay, you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, it should be daily. It should be daily. Unless you have nothing to talk about, then you already know that's not your soulmate. So find someone that you don't get tired of talking to. Because in the end, like I said, in the end, all you have is the memories you've created together, the love that you have for each other. Because looks, all of this will be gone in, let's say, 30, 40 years, depending on how you age and how old you are. But eventually everybody gets old, right? So all you have is who you are, right? Not your looks anymore. And if you have nothing to talk about to, with your supposedly soulmate, then that's not really your soulmate. That's my opinion. Okay, let's see what else is here. Depends on where you are. 9, 8, even. Yes, that's true. Wash all the pain off. Yes, exactly, right. Sometimes I watch these videos of women doing makeup tutorials, and I'm like, I don't have that much time in my life, like in the day, to do this all this work. I understand, like if you do this, I mean, I put makeup on for a special occasion, yes, but on it every single day to do that, no, it's too much. Too much. I don't really need it. Zhenya, I was backstage in StreamYard, but you didn't see me. What? Oh, yeah, I had a bunch of videos, but they were all closed off. I didn't see you because I had a bunch of them here. Okay, let's see what Dan has to say. I do approach women, just not Western women. I approach Ukrainian women. We are now in real. Yes, thank you, Dan. Hello, thank you, Dan. See, listen, Ukrainian women like to be approached because this is how we, like, this is normal in Ukraine. When a guy sees a good-looking woman, he has no problems coming up and saying, "Hey, girl, hey, lady, I think you're good, you're beautiful." And the one thing that Eastern European men, they have their way with words. Not all of them, but just because they know how Ukrainian women are, they know what to say and how to say it. Not just, "Oh, you're hot. I want to bang you." No, who wants that? Because they know how we are very romantic at heart. Okay, they will come on a date with a flower. Like I said, just one flower is good enough. You don't have to bring a bunch of freaking roses. No, one flower is good enough. Just pick a pretty rose or a lily or whatever it is. Then just find out first. They're like, if you already know the lady, right? If you talk, find out what her favorite flowers are. She might not even like flowers. Me personally, I don't really like cut flowers, so I told my boyfriend, I'm like, no, if you want to buy me flowers, buy me plants. So that's what he does. He buys me plants. But yeah, Ukrainian women were pretty open to this. Like, and I know that then these modern women here that they messing it up for all the other women. Well, here, right? Because how aggressive they are sometimes, and it's like, if a man approaches them, they think, don't approach me. So I understand men are like, men don't want this. They don't want to be yelled at because he said that she's good looking. But again, Ukrainian women are not like that. We like when guys come up and give us a compliment. And like I said, don't be shy. What's the worst that can happen? She says no. Move on. Okay, walk the hell away. Who's like what? Who's stopping you? Just go. Go about your day. See if there's another good looking woman out there somewhere. And then I am so happy for you. And listen, you know what? I'm so happy for you, and I hope that everything works out. Okay, you guys, it is an hour and 13 minutes, and I have to go. I got dinner plans. I have some friends coming over today, so I'm making like 5 or 6 course meal. I made the cake last night already, so I have to go. I'm gonna be cooking all day today. Okay, you guys, let me see. Let me play my last video before I leave. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I really appreciate you coming here and supporting me, and thank you. I really appreciate it. Love you all. Okay, let me play the last video.
This channel is designed to help you with this colossal decision that you are entertaining, looking at, which is, hey, I know you're done with dating in the West. Let's not even go there. Old story. But the question you're asking yourself is, are pastures possibly greener elsewhere on this beautiful planet of ours? Yes, the answer is yes. How do I know? I was in your very shoes, just a number of years ago. Now I'm happily married to my soulmate, my best friend, and we have 2 beautiful daughters, and life couldn't be better. But you gotta play your cards right, as anything in life. There's a few paths to success, and the rest of them are paths to failure. So to join for 30 days and do unlimited video dating for free, all you do is fill out the form in the description below this video, and Bob's your uncle. You can date them, traditional women, for 30 days on video right here, completely free, no obligation, no credit card, no nothing. The other thing that you really want to check out is if you're wondering, how do women rate you? First, Western women. What's your SMV, your sexual market value score? You know, your score from 1 to 10. How do Slavic women, traditional women, rate you? Is it any different? Here's a tip. Most guys get between a 1 to 3 point bump in their score from Western to Slavic. Why? Because they're traditional values. Now, the caveat here is if you're a serious guy, right? You're looking for love and marriage. If you're looking at playing the field, well, no, your SMV will go down. Then you can calculate your probability of marriage with a Slavic woman. And finally, you can calculate your maximum realistic, keyword, realistic age gap with a Slavic woman. All of those are on my calculator, yoursmv.com. Thanks very much. Please subscribe to the channel, share the videos, and share the love.
Okay, you guys, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys always being here. And again, so please, guys, sign up. You know, it's free to try it out, see what we have in store for you. Beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous ladies, all ages, you know, and they're all looking for serious relationship. And like I said, if you're tired of all this Western modern dating and you're done with it, and if you want just a traditional good woman that will love you for who you are and cherish you and show you love, then join us, try it out. But what do you have to lose? Really? Nothing. Okay. All right, you guys, enjoy your days, and I'll see you next Saturday. I might actually join Irina tomorrow in the morning too. Kind of like to. I like to watch her. Anyway, guys, thank you so much again. Take care.